So these are the API we have decided to make in this series, and these are already done. So what we need is a three API, that is single book API, that is for description of book, and update book for update book, then delete API for delete book. So first of all, let's go to api.php, then you just create a single book, and this API is for book detail. So let's create a post request type API which assert ID as a parameter. Then in book controller, create a single book function. So let's go to single book function, and in this single book function we are passing a book underscore ID, and that is from this URL. So you must do this to pass. So we're passing here book underscore ID from our URL. Then first of all, we're finding out our author underscore ID, and that is from our token. We're finding author underscore ID from token. So after that, we're finding if that author underscore ID is present in our book table or not. That is this author underscore ID. So if that exists, then find that book, which book ID is the ID we're passing from URL or API route parameter. This is the underscore ID. So, and if data is correct, then send a response as a whole book data as data, then this message and status true, then else send a message that is status false and message is author book doesn't exist. So let's go to our API and let's type this URL as shown in here, then post, select a request post type, then copy this header from our previous file by clicking here bulk edit, copying all, and then I'm clicking again and paste here, and bearer token, go to login and log in the user to get a bearer token. So after that, get a bearer token. After getting a bearer token, let's go to our here, and as you can see there is ID 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if we send 6, what happens? Author does not, book does not exist, and that is from this response. So let's correct it as 1, which is present in our database. So it's showing the data as you can see here. Edit it, and first as you can also send, let's send 2. Sorry, what happened? Oh, sorry. The issue here is that author book does not exist because we're searching for a book that is author ID is equal to 1 and also book ID is equal to 2. So go to our database column table, book table. Here we have a field called Ikigai, the full field which have a ID 2, but we don't have it. But it's the author underscore ID is not 1. In this case it's 2, so it's showing an error that is doesn't exist. So here type 1. So it's working. So alright, so we have done this API as well. So let's make it. So for that, then write this command, that is where we are creating a update book URL API in book controller, where function name is book update book, and we're passing a underscore. So go to update book. Here again same thing, we're getting author underscore ID from a token. Then we're creating a condition where if this author underscore ID is same as the ID we're providing from a postman or app. So if it's the same, then we're finding that book underscore ID passing from here book underscore ID, then update the field, all the field given provided by a postman. So if all the field is updated, then updated as book has been updated, and if it does not meet this condition, then send a response as this. So now let's go to new API. Also here request type is post, update book 1, then copy this everything here, header, copy this everything. Now book update, in update let's create my own book. Send response, book has been updated successful. Let's go to our database and check, refresh the page. Here my own book, so it's updated. So this URL is also working. So here, so now let's create our final API, that is delete_book API. So for that, create a route, request type is get, create a function called delete_book. Here we're passing a book_id as previously, same as previously. Now from that, also from passport token, we're finding author_id, and same condition here. If this ID exists, then find that book and delete it, and send a response as book has been deleted and status true. Else send a response false, author book does not exist. So let's go to here. We're finding a condition where ID is equal to this one ID, and let's go to this delete here. So let's copy this data, copy here and paste it. Let's call it my delete. So let's here, please note that ID is 6 and author_id is 1. So to delete this ID, our authentication token must be from a user which ID is equal to author_id. That is, go to author table, it's too slow, and in author here ID is 1 is JCT, 2 is agent. So here in API, go to our book. So now the token we have right at the moment is from this author ID 1. So let's go to Postman and let's create a new URL, and where type request type is equal to get and delete/book, and let's pass the data which we are trying to delete. And in here, in this case, we are trying to delete a book which ID is equal to 6 and author ID, the login user ID is 1. So here click send, book has been deleted. Let's check in our database, refresh it. Alright, it's deleted. So this is how you can create API in Laravel. So this is not a beginner course, or this is not just a simple way. It's the way you can do always. So you can implement this method in your office work, because we usually use this method of developing API in our office projects. So this is a practical work-based way of creating of API in Laravel. So these are the most methods, and these are the API. So this is the way you can create an API, basic API where user can get register, login, you can list books, profile, logout, and these all of other kind of requests. So now you are familiar with creating API. You can create any simple to complicated ones with using these methods. Have a good day.